dare say we don't know anything different. We don't want to do anything different. We want to do what we've been brought up to do. And I can't envisage myself ever doing anything different than what I've done all my life. Well, I'm Duncan Semple. We farm Dippin Farm, Carradale, Milliken Tyre, farm in partnership with my father. The Semple family's been here since 1867. I'm a fifth generation farmer of the same family, the same farm. We farm 1,200 acres. We have 80 suckler cows, 400 breeding ewes. 20 of the suckler cows are pure Charlies. The rest are black Limousin cross cows. Well, I started farming when I left the school when I was still 15. I was a wee bit young. It was a life-changing event, I suppose. Then I became diabetic when I was 15. I was very ill at the time, so I got the opportunity to leave school to cope with my illness or my condition. And I took the opportunity at that time to leave the school. Never regretted it. Never sat in O-level. And I've farmed here and lived here ever since. In my generation anyway, there used to be 9 farms in the wee district of Carradale here. There's really only 4 active farms now. When I left school here in Dippin, there was 4 full-time men. There's now only myself and my dad. And that's symptomatic of all the farms in the west of Scotland. They're all family run. There are very, very few farm labourers left now simply because it's unaffordable. The main challenges to farming in an area such as here is the weather, the amount of rain we get, particularly in the summertime. If we get a lot of rain, it's very, very hard to make your crop, make your silage, graze your cattle properly because of the damage they do to the ground and extremely wet summers. Wet winters we can cope with, and that we're geared up to coping with everything being inside, and we can tackle that better. Other main challenge really is the location. It's very, very remote in terms of other farms in Scotland. It's very expensive. Distance from markets to haul your livestock. We are subsidised, as it's generally very well known. We have an LFAS payment which is targeted at areas in what's called the Less Favoured Area Support Scheme, and that is vital to the future of farming in areas such as here. It's under jeopardy at the moment. That payment may very well stop or alter in some way. We would certainly like some clarity as to what our future is going to be in the next 5 to 10 years, if we're going to have a future at all. We're born and bred stockmen in this part of the world. If you're not, then you don't do at the end of the day. If you're not a stockman, you never bother being a farmer in the west of Scotland. You must be a stockman first and foremost. And the most of us have been brought up on our own farms by our forefathers and taught the way to farm in this part of the country. Because the way you farm in this part of the country may not necessarily be very effective in other parts of the country. And subsequently, many as a person has come into this area and tried to farm it similarly to where they've come from and failed miserably. You have to adapt to the conditions in an area such as here and farm the way the conditions allow you to farm. What we're on today happened on a Sunday, right enough. It's probably, sometimes that's just the way it works out, but the shearers come in to shear about 100 and odd sheep today there. We did nearly 200 there about 10 days ago. Another drop we'll do in July time as well. Just the time of year we do it. We used to do it ourselves, not fit, not able to do it now. So we get contract shearers in to do it. It's no bother for these folk because they're good at their job. Otherwise today, just a normal kind of day. You just look after your cattle, see to their needs and their wants, that there's nothing wrong, they're all healthy, they're all where they should be, and that's just a normal Sunday at this time of year. The main rewards of farming are probably unseen to the natural public. The main rewards of farming are satisfaction in what you produce, what you strive to produce. It's very rewarding to go around to your fields in a nice summer's evening, not that we get very many, and view your livestock in a way which pleases your eye. We spend years and years trying to create livestock which not only please our eye but please somebody else's who wants to buy them, and that takes a long number of years to do that. Sometimes we're successful, sometimes we're not. It's a case of trial and error. And, the rewards I get out of it is the satisfaction of sometimes producing what you intend to produce. When you mate a certain bull to a certain cow, you hope to get a certain animal. And that's the satisfaction, the kick I get out of that is when we can do that. What keeps us going is certainly not the financial rewards in it, because we would be stopped years ago if that was the case. I dare say we don't know anything different. We don't want to know anything different. We want to do what we've been brought up to do. And I can't envisage myself ever doing anything different than what I've done all my life. I've done it for 38 years or so now, since I left the school. As long as my body allows me, I'd like to farm as long as I possibly could. Most farmers, when they stop farming, they die. They don't retire, they just die. So I would hope that I could maybe carry on for a while more. I'm 52 now, right enough. So overall, it's a wonderful place to farm if you've been brought up here. The weather can be pretty indifferent from time to time, but it's a safe environment to be brought up. Crime, very little. We want for nothing really. And I wouldn't, although the drawbacks are significant, I wouldn't want to farm in any other part of the country than here. And I'm proud to farm here.
End.